Aloha. Yeah, good to be here. Boy, I haven't been here for a while, but I've scattered a lot of ashes in these waters, and today it's an honor to be here with you, family and friends of Shawn Hunt. I remember him, and was involved. Yes, hard to forget. We'll all miss him, and what a loss whenever someone decides to go. Yeah, and we love him today. We miss him. We're going to ask God, the God of all people and the God of all of creation, to bless him today in his journey, his new journey of eternal life. He had an amazing journey while he was here, but what lies ahead is going to be very, very wonderful and good for him. And that awaits us too. One day we'll be reunited in the fullness of time.
Shawn Eugene Hunt was born to Hal Hunt and Sandra Skorpinski Friday, May 13th, 1966 at 9:55 p.m. in Houston, Texas. 3 years later, he was joined by his brother Lane, and they became thicker than thieves. Shawn was innately a happy person. He was the life of every...
Let's read together. He celebrated every Friday, the 13th, especially when his birthday was on that day. Shawn loved children and was the most sought after neighborhood sitter. Parents even paid him to watch the children when they were home.
Yep.
He found school challenging until a friend's dad told him about A&P, airfare improper technical training.
Lane,
He was just
like you're saying, Lane was his driving force for that.
It's just like a baby eagle learning to fly. Continental Airlines hired him and he soared, working in Houston,
Los
Los
Angeles,
Angeles,
Newark, and finally Honolulu. Here he embraced the inland life and met his soulmate, Stacy, who even shared his birthday. Shawn left this earth on January 27th,
2026. Besides the previously mentioned family members, Shawn is survived by twin daughters Heather and Nikki Hunt of Honolulu, nephew Brady Hunt of Houston, cousin Harley Skorpinski of Knoxville, Tennessee, and an infinite number of friends and relatives. Though Shawn's life ended far too soon. His joy of living remains within countless people who knew him. Wow. Shawn was constant entertainment for all of us. I felt like I had to pay him a fee just to hang out with him. He's so funny. That was, aside from all the adventures and everything else, just hanging out with Shawn was good enough because I felt good in his presence. And he made me happy. Taught me how to not worry so much about little stuff. Taught me if you're not doing anything wrong or breaking the law, then you're doing all right. So, the good times we had with Shawn is what we're going to remember. Well, I'm going to remember. And there's a lot of bonus stuff he taught me, surfing, all that stuff. Surfed with him right out there at Bomburas. I didn't know how to surf in Hawaii, and he just took me out there and we did it. Fell in the water, shark in the water. Pete, get back on your board, you know? So we just, you know, toured a lot. He loved taking people around. He loved showing off the island to his friends and stuff. The airline stuff and being in the airlines was great for all his buddies and for all of us to get to come out here to visit. And he wasn't happy unless he was giving all them buddy passes out and getting his friends and family out here. And so we all just, I mean, I think he had company probably most of the year, you know? And, you know, I was pretty lucky. I got to hang out with family when they were in King Manor, right after the girls got born. I remember him towing them with his bicycle, and they had the little twin cart. What a cool little cart. That's the cutest. I hope there's some pictures of that. You know, just the lifestyle of him, you know, getting the girls to school with the bike or walking them, stuff like that. That's Hawaiian style stuff that he loved. And he didn't want to go, anywhere else. I mean, he's attached to this place, like for real. So, yeah, I mean, we got cut short for him, but I guess we enjoyed the time we had with him, and God bless our friend, right?
Yeah. I just want to add that one thing that I remember most about Shawn that I'll take with me everywhere, even though I didn't see him as much because he lived out here, but when I did see him, it stuck, and it was hard. But he told me probably 30 years ago when I was out here last time, he said he just basically told me to keep it light and live in the light. And that was just kind of one of these things that I keep with me, and I try to save that message and keep it going. And I find him coming up and parts of my conversations or thoughts just randomly out of nowhere. And I want to, you know, if nothing else, if we could all do that same thing, just leave each day in the light and keep it light.
Shawn just loved everybody and everything. It just hurts so much that he didn't want to burden anybody with his problem. I mean, so far I haven't found anybody that knew about this. So how much he must have suffered without any support whatsoever. It just gets me. I appreciate all y'all being here. It really says a lot.
Shawn lived the kind of life that felt bright and effortless to those around him. He carried an innate happiness, a light that brought ease and comfort to others in so many ways. He reflected the quiet assurances of Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. A life lived without fear, grounded in joy, and guided by a steady sense that he was exactly where he was meant to be. He found purpose in his work as an aircraft mechanic. Is that a good way to describe that? Taking pride in what he did and in those he worked alongside of. His hands built and repaired things, but his spirit lifted others. He found not only a place that matched his spirit, but also his soulmate, Stacy, and his family, his daughters, and his friends. They're surrounded by all of them and by beauty. He walked in green pastures and beside still waters and, of course, raging waves, right? Especially in the ocean, he loved so deeply. Surfing wasn't just something he did, and I knew all about his surfboards. It was where he felt most alive, most free, carried by something greater than himself. Above all, Shawn was devoted to his family. He loved his twin daughters, Heather and Nikki, with his whole heart, guiding them with kindness, strength, and laughter. He was a steady presence, a source of comfort and love, someone who made others feel safe, known, and cared for. And even as we gather to return him to the waters here outside of Waikiki, we hold close the promise that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For Shawn's life reminds us of that peace, that he was never alone, and that love does not end here. As his ashes are scattered into this ocean, these waters, we trust that goodness and mercy will follow him still. The waves that carry him echo the eternal rhythms of grace and peace. And may he now dwell in the house of the Lord forever, free at last, at rest, and carried gently home by what we do together today. Shawn lived the kind of life that felt bright and effortless to those around him.